Hey there, Mr. Henry here, and I'm excited to unbox and review the Soundbrenner Pulse to show and discuss 4 ways this music tool can help you in your musical journey. The Pulse is one model of metronome watches made by Soundbrenner that helps musicians from all ages and abilities perform rhythm in time without hearing that annoying click. What was that? But wait, you may be saying a metronome that you cannot hear? Well, this metronome allows you to feel the beat, and it claims to have very powerful vibrations, actually 7 times stronger than a smartphone, giving you the opportunity to practice and even perform live with a beat guide with no sound. So I'm really interested in how this metronome watch works. From the little research I did, it also claims to be pretty easy to use, which I always love. So we will see. Stick around to also learn more about how I used this metronome to record a rhythm play-along track. I plan on using the Soundbrenner Pulse the entire time while recording. Typically, when I am recording tracks for any of the music created on the YouTube channel, I simply play with a click track within the program I use for recording. But for this recording, I will strictly use the Pulse to get a true feel of how it works, and you'll be able to see a glimpse of the recording process while I use the Pulse in action. A drum set student of mine got this watch before I had a chance to do this unboxing and review, and during his online lesson, we used it while performing some drum patterns. So you'll be able to see him rocking on the drums with the device later on as well. And I want to thank him for sending a video of his performance on over to me. Also, I will discuss a variety of other different musical settings where the Pulse could be used, which a loud, annoying click from a metronome would not help. Real quick, make sure to subscribe for more unboxings, reviews, and other fun music education videos. Ring the bell for notifications and give it a thumbs up if you indeed enjoy. Now, to be totally transparent, Soundbrenner did send me this watch, which I greatly appreciate as it helps support this channel. And they also offer you, the viewer, a discount in the description box, and by clicking the link, you also support this channel, which I say, thank you, grazie, thank you. But seriously, I really do appreciate it, and I hope this metronome watch advances your journey in music no matter what level you are. If, of course, the Pulse is worthy. So let's get to the unboxing to find out. So here is the box that the Pulse came in, and we're gonna open this up and see what we got cooking. We'll get to the watch later. Let's see what we have here. We have our instructions, and ooh, they even give us a little Soundbrenner guitar pick. Ooh, I like that. Sweet. Some stickers, and here is the cord. Charges it on up, so that's nice. And let's get the watch out. Cool. All right. So they do give us 2 different bands, and this band looks like it's more for your wrist. It's a little shorter, so it'll fit right on your wrist. And then this band is a little longer so that it can actually fit on your arm, which would be nice. So I probably, in the end, am going to use the one for your wrist while performing. Yeah, but maybe I'll use the one for the arm. Well, we'll give them both a try. How about that? I've also seen that you can put it on your leg or ankle. Soundbrenner also has a strap that is big enough that can go around your chest, which is pretty cool. It didn't come with this one, which I wasn't expecting, but I do know that they offer that as well. I'm gonna give this thing a charge, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have it charged up and ready to go, and I took a quick look at the instructions, And it's very, very easy to use, which is always great. So this is just me using it without connected to the app. We'll take a look at the app as well. The app has a ton of features, which allows you to change how you would feel it. So you can put it in the meter of 4, so you can feel the beat on beat 1. You can put it into 7. There's all different types of things you can do with it, which is really cool. But if I just do it in its basic mode here, the first thing you do just to get it started is you tap it 2 times and it'll start. So if I put it on my wrist, yeah, it definitely feels good. I mean, you can really feel it, but it's not too powerful. It's not like overpowering, like my whole hand is going to be like, ah, right? So it's pretty nice that way. And to stop it, you just tap it twice. So one thing you can do that is really pretty awesome is you can set the tempo manually. So what I mean by that is you just start tapping away and it will recognize the tempo that you want to set it. Once you have it set, if you want to adjust, then you can easily adjust just by turning it. So if I'm going for a faster tempo, I just start tapping. And it recognizes that that's the tempo that I wanted. And then from there, I can adjust the tempo. I can go slower, or I can have it go faster. So just by simply turning it. To stop it, you just tap it twice, and you're good to go. Pretty neat. So it's pretty easy to use. There are many other features, as mentioned before, with the app. So let's actually go into the app and look to see all the features to hook up to your Pulse. Here we are in the Soundbrenner app, and I just wanted to go over a couple of the features. The app is very user-friendly. It syncs with the watch, and the first thing I wanted to talk about was at the top we have these bars, and what's cool about these bars here is you can change the sensitivity. So what I mean is right now you'll see the bars are all at the first level. So if I press play on the Pulse, I'll feel it the same every time. But I can change the sensitivity. So let's say on beat 1, I have all of the bars filled up. That means I'll feel beat 1 more than the other beats. So it'd be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's really nice. You can change the sensitivity. So if you wanted it to be on 2 and 4, where you would feel those beats, you can change the sensitivity very easily. So that's what the top part is for. Of course, you can change the time signature. So if I wanted to change it to the meter of 5, in the middle here, you can change the subdivision. So let's say I wanted the triplet kind of sound. And then over here, this allows you to set a certain amount of time. You can do it either by bar number or you can do it by actual minutes and seconds. So that gives you the ability to have the duration of the song going for as long as you wish. So let's take a look now at the middle section here. So this is the wheel that you can spin around and turn. And of course you can do this right on the Pulse, but you can do it within the app as well. So changing the beats per minute is very simple. Another thing you can do is you can start to tap the beat. So I'm going to change the subdivision back to that, and I'll just start tapping and it will recognize. So that will allow you to quickly get a tempo if you know exactly what tempo you want in your head, which is super cool. Just tap along with it. Now you did hear the sound of the Pulse within the app. You can turn that off, of course, if you want, but you can also have it on so you can hear it as well. Another neat thing is if I go to library, you can actually add songs into this library. So let's say you are a drummer and you have some backtracks that don't have drums in it. You can import those songs into your library here and everything can be all connected as one. Get your headphones plugged into the phone and play along with the drum tracks that are within the library. So that's another really cool feature. So those are just some basic features of this app, which of course just extend the ability of the Soundbrenner Pulse. The initial reaction so far is positive, a thumbs up for sure. It's very sleek, easy to use, the feel of the Pulse is nice, but let's get to using it while performing. So as mentioned before, I will be piecing together a track for a rhythm play along, which will be released after this video is launched, using the Pulse during the recording process. Something that is super sweet, which I'm excited to set up, is the ability for the watch to sync up with the recording software program I use, which is Logic Pro. Typically when recording, I will play along with a click track, but now with the Metronome watch, I can sync up the program and watch, and the click track gets transferred over to the watch to where I would only feel the beat, not hear the beat. So let's get to the computer and keyboard to get a peek into using the Pulse in this performance situation. Here we are at the piano in the studio, and I am also using Logic Pro. And what I am recording here, I'm in the process of recording an Among Us rhythm play along, which will be released after this video. This is the beginning stages of it, and what I'm planning on doing is, of course, using the Soundbrenner Pulse. And I'm going to use the Soundbrenner Pulse versus using the metronome that is found within Logic Pro. When originally trying to set this up, I was trying to sync the Soundbrenner to Logic Pro, and I was having some issues with it. I did contact Soundbrenner, and that is something that they are currently working on. But then I was thinking, okay, well, I don't really have to have it completely integrated with Logic Pro. What I can do is still feel the beat on the Soundbrenner Pulse and just match that with what I have going on in Logic Pro, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So within Logic Pro, what I'll end up doing is I'll put a click track at the very beginning. It'll give me 4 counts, which will tell me when to start, and I will start that metronome 4-count click in right along with the Soundbrenner Pulse. So right now I have this piece is at 90 BPM, 90 beats per minute. And so of course the Soundbrenner Pulse is also going to be set for that. I'm using the app to set it to the BPM 90. I'm going to click play here, and you can see that it is going right now. And then on Logic Pro, what I'm going to do is press record, but I'm going to have it start right on with the Pulse. And that should allow me to feel the steady beat while I'm actually in recording process. So let's try it out and see how this goes. I could feel the pulse going as I was playing along with it, and it really is kind of nice. So let's get the tuba parts in there. Okay, cool. So next, going to add in a bass drum. Okay, cool. Now let's add in the pizzicato strings. Okay, next we're going to add this sound. So here we have the armband. The armband is much bigger, so I'm going to just pop this thing in, put it on, pop this in here, put it on my arm, and I'm going to re-record some of these parts just to see what it's like with it around the arm. Okay, so here it is around the arm, and just going to test to see if maybe this feels better being around the arm. So we'll try it out. Let's test this out. I think I like it on the arm even better, actually. It's a little more out of the way, and it feels a little better going through the arm versus on the wrist. And it's nice that they offer a bigger band that you can put around your forearm or on the top of your arm, like where your bicep is. So it's really very cool to record with the Soundbrenner Pulse. It feels a lot better than hearing that click sound just constantly going. So that's the Soundbrenner Pulse with the recording equipment. I would definitely continue to use the Pulse when recording. It just feels better versus playing with a typical click track. On to the second way the Pulse can help a musician's journey. Of course, the Pulse can be used when practicing a musical instrument, piano, violin, guitar, and even the drum set. And speaking of drum set, check out a student performing some sweet beats while using the Pulse Metronome watch.
I really like my Pulse because it helps me feel the rhythm, and I'm getting better because of it.
Ooh, nice playing. It's very important to use a metronome while learning and practicing music, although I believe it shouldn't be used all of the time. To use it as a tool to build a sense of beat and rhythm is essential in becoming a solid musician. The tick-tock of a metronome can be tough to stick with while playing, especially for beginners. And if you think about it, for so long, we've had to use our ears to respond to a metronome. But shouldn't our ears be focused on the music that is being produced while practicing? The droning sound of a metronome always got in the way of the music. But now with a device like the Pulse, you can feel the beat rather than hear the beat. And I believe in the long term, to feel the beat is going to be more beneficial in obtaining a good sense of time. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Now let's get to the third feature, which expands one's journey of music. The Pulse Watch can also be synced together with another Pulse Watch. So if in a band setting, all members of the band can sync their watches when practicing and even performing, so everyone is feeling the same time while playing. That's an incredible feature I wish the acoustic band I used to perform with could have had that as an option, as it would have definitely made our playing better, and not just as an individual, but as a group. The fourth way the pulse watch can help music teachers or conductors of a musical group is to confirm the tempo of a piece that is being rehearsed or even performed. In the mind of a conductor, you want to make sure the tempo is not too fast or slow, and while in performance mode, adrenaline rises, which typically causes any human to push the tempo. So the pulse could be a nice aid to ensure the tempo is correct before starting. The key to this, of course, is the fact that with the pulse, the performers and audience do not hear anything, and you, the conductor, feels the beat. I would then turn the pulse off for the actual performance, but to at least make sure the tempo is set prior to the start can be beneficial to the conductor and ultimately the group rehearsing and performing. Well, what can I say? The Pulse metronome watch is pretty cool and very useful. Definitely better than a traditional metronome, and when synced to the app has a ton of features. What strikes me the most with this metronome watch is how it can be used in a performance, whether that's recording or live. Naturally, it can be used during your practice, but the extra ability to use easily in a live performance is really pretty awesome. So this gets a big thumbs up from me, and I'm super excited to have it as part of my music toolbox. If this looks like something that would help you, visit the description box for a discount code on the Soundbrenner Pulse, and by clicking the link, it also supports this channel, which I greatly appreciate. I'm Mr. Henry, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.